Welcome to Keys from my inbox. Ooh, what's good, internet? My name is Attackslug. This is Keys from my inbox, the show where I look at unsolicited Steam keys that show up in my email and tell you what I think of any given game. This is ChromaGun from the studio Pixel Maniacs. It is $12.99 on Steam, although as of this recording and until the 4th of July, it is part of the Steam Summer Sale, so it is currently $5.84. But if you're watching this after the 4th of July, it is back to $12.99. Anyway, this game, to sum it up as quickly as possible, hey, did you like Portal? Because this is basically Portal, more or less. So I'm going to actually jump back into the beginning here, and show you kind of what's going on at the very beginning, and then I'll jump to where I am currently at in the game, which is not that far, but, you know, I got enough of a feel for it that I, you know, certainly had enough of a time going, okay, I know, I kind of have an idea of where it's going to go, and certainly talking over puzzle games is difficult, so, you know, I'll do the early stuff, etc., etc. Now,
welcome to the ChromaTec Test Lab. You're here because you're the best of the best, not because you were in need of $10 and nobody else signed up. Who would have given you that idea? Before we start, we need to test your general mobility. Make your way down the corridor towards the exit door. Note that the exit is the part of the wall that looks different from the other parts of the wall. Also, it says exit.
So, when I said this game is like Portal, this game is like Portal. Disembodied voice, mocking you, and all. Now, I will say, if you're looking for this style of game, certainly there have been a ton of games inspired by Portal. There's been Cube, there's been Mag Runner, there's been Antichamber, that kind of stuff. So certainly, I don't have a problem with being heavily inspired by Portal, considering there's a very small chance that Valve will ever make a new goddamn Portal. So certainly, it is up to other studios to kind of fill that gap of cool first-person, you know, puzzle-type games. Now, as a side note, if you recognize this music in the background, and you watch a lot of YouTube, this is the I Hate Everything, you know, little theme. Now, you know, certainly going out and grabbing music that is royalty-free, I don't blame anybody for, because, you know, music licensing is expensive, you know, so that's... But I was like, wait a minute, I recognize this shit. I watched that show. But yes, this is basically very much Portal, but with color. So I will show you what that means in a minute here, and then we'll actually get into, you know, where I'm currently at.
Please pick up the semi-automatic nano-acrylic projectile firearm right in front of you. This is the ChromaGun patent pending that you've heard so much about. okay, of course you have to hear about it. We here at ChromaTec know how to keep secrets, and so should you. Now, paint the worker droid to move it out of the way. Then exit the room using the room exiting technique you've learned in the previous room.
There it's gone, yes. So, they did do some paint-type stuff with Portal 2, but nothing quite like this, certainly with the mixing of colors. I always shoot the cameras. So basically, all these parts of the wall here, you cannot shoot. That is not a possible thing to do, but the parts where it is clear panels, you totally can, and that will always attract the different colored orbs here. So you can see here, where is it? It's right there. Shoot that, and it'll, you know, as long as it matches, it will totally drag that to the direction that it should be facing in. And then you hit the exit, and then we're going to get more narration and move on here. Now, so far from what I've played, I think...
Please walk towards the exit again. We're confident you've acquired all the necessary skills to complete this simple exercise.
This is pretty neat so far. I'm not sure how long it is. So, when you have more than one, it will always go in the middle of where that is. Which is important, as it turns out. So, we'll shoot that. There is kind of a distance thing there that does happen, so if it's too far away from the wall that is the right color, it won't attract. But some of them will chase you, and we'll get into that here, I think, in a moment or two. before
The ChromaGun
moving
finder
on.
is a specially developed blend of partially semi-lethal,
Shut up.
dangerously radioactive isotopes, and will paint any surface not designed not to be painted by it. That being said, please do not.
That being said, we'll keep moving on here and shoot this, and shoot this, and then shoot this, and shoot this. And wait, wasn't that what I did last time? I forget what I did last time. This is why I don't usually talk over puzzle games, because it becomes tricky. Oops. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. Alright, you get the idea here on this basic stuff, so I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Okay, this is about halfway through the second chapter. You can see here I now have 3 colors, and I am playing with a controller, although I would imagine perhaps it's easier to play with a mouse and keyboard. I don't know. This game has partial controller support, so there's that. So you can see here, those spikes. You don't want to get hit by balls that have spikes. That's bad. But also, if I paint this deal red, it's too far, right? So, at that point, what do? Well, what you do, you walk up to it, you shoot it, and then you run the fuck away. Because eventually, you'll get close enough, and it will totally tether to the wall, and then head on there. And then hit that little thing there, and then move on to the next room. So, here, you can see there are 4, and they all want to kill me, which is not ideal. So, what we're going to do here is we've got blue, and green, and purple, and orange. So, well, obviously, the blue one's the easy one, so we'll hit blue here, and then we'll drag blue. Then, obviously, you want blue, and you want yellow to get green. Then you want yellow and red to get orange. And then you want red and blue to get purple. Simple, right? It gets more complicated, obviously. But so here is what originally tripped me up. So these guys, don't touch those, don't shoot those, don't do a goddamn thing with those. Those are bad news. But look who's over here, Mr. Red Guy. So what you want to do here is paint this wall red, and then head back to this guy and say, I want to change that wall. So then he'll go back to chasing me. And I'll just kind of feed him as he chases me, because they'll just keep chasing you. All the way over here until this red wall. Come on, buddy. That will. So just don't mess with the brown guys. Now, this is where I got screwed up because I fucked up. And my main complaint so far with this game is that as you're moving through rooms and floors, it counts as the whole floor. So if I fuck up here, starting over is legitimately starting this whole thing all the way over. And certainly, I don't want to do that. So, we want to shoot this thing with the blue, because red and blue makes the purples. This guy needs green, so I need the yellow for green. This dude needs red, because obviously yellow and red makes orange. And this dude just needs yellow. And there we go, all 4 done. We have opened up this door. We move on to whatever the hell this room is. This is where I have not seen what this puzzle is, so I am curious as to, you know, how I'm going to deal with this particular stuff. Now, you want to get through the door first, and then that door, so it needs to be orange first. So, how do I get... So, here's the problem, is if I shoot this here, turn it orange, it's not attracting to the orange, because you can't shoot that particular thing, right? But, if you shoot... Oops. If you shoot this orange... See, I've already fucked up. I've already, in my head, I've already fucked this up, and it's not gonna work. So, that is unfortunate, because here's the problem, is I'm going to... No, I'm just... Yep, just brown. That's how you know you fucked up. It's just brown, right? So, here's the problem, right? This is my main complaint with the game. I have fucked up in this room, and all I can do here is now restart the level, and that's holding Z, right? So, I'm going to hit Z here, and it's going to restart, and I'm back here. So, all the progress I made doing all this stuff is now reset, and I have to do it again. So, the penalty for fucking up, I think, is, you know, kind of just wasting my time. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but, you know, it's one of those things that I feel could have been designed around a bit better. Because now I just gotta do this all over again, and that's not the most appealing thing in the world to go do, you know, all these puzzles a second or third time. So, that being said, I might play more of this if I can find the time, and then I will perhaps render a different or better opinion on it. But as of right now, the game's like $5, you know, and if you're looking for a Portal type game for, you know, in that price range, certainly, this is so far seems like a decent one. Not sure that I pay, you know, $13 for it, but that's just me. I have way too many unplayed games in my life as it is, so that's kind of not in my, you know, usual, hey, I should go buy a bunch of games I'm never gonna play, because I've got a bunch of games I never fucking played, which is real bad. Real bad. But that being said, this is ChromaGun. It is currently on the Steam sale for like $5.84. It is usually about $13. It is on Steam and possibly other platforms. I don't actually know. I didn't actually look. They sent me a Steam key. This is keys from my inbox. It's red and blue makes purple. You gotta think about it. Sometimes I gotta think about it. If I had a color key in front of me, that might actually help more, but that also could be considered cheating. I don't know. Where am I going here? That way? That way. So, back to this puzzle. Alright, I'm gonna sit here and think about it and perhaps jump cut to a solution, or I'll fuck it up and jump cut to a non-solution. Okay, so basically you don't want it to be orange. You just want to hit red here, and it will hang out in the middle. You do this, right, and then you want to take that second red that you don't actually want and hit it with the blue, and then this door opens, and I solved the puzzle! And now I don't know where I am, I don't know what I'm doing, and that's the exit, but we need one of these dudes, so we need to have, I guess, we're going back to get our same friend. Our same friend is going to help us here. So you hit the red here, you hit the yellow here to not make him go to that one. So you want him on here, and then you turn that shit, I don't know, purple. That perp. And you have your little friend follow you here as you make your way through the exit of this room. Say, hey, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Follow me, follow me. And then he will get tethered to that, yep. Like so. Then you move on, and then you've beaten a stage here in ChromaGun. And I'm sure there are plenty of more puzzles and narration, etc. here on this game. But until then, and until next time, and as always, I am your host, Tax Slug. This is Keys from My Inbox. Ooh, spooky. Where I look at unsolicited Steam keys that show up in my inbox. So tune in every day for more videos, and I will see you next time right here on this channel. And I'm out.